Hi, this is my Renaissance Grandma. This is my first update to my fall garden. Stay tuned.
Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, that's my Renaissance grandma. That's my Renaissance grandma. That's my Renaissance grandma. Hey, yeah. She be flipping that dirt, stay designing them shirts. She be knee deep in that soil, marinating them oils, making it, baking it, creating it. Yeah, making it, baking it, creating it. That's my Renaissance grandma. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi, this is my Renaissance Grandma. Okay, this is the fall garden that I started on August the 14th. These are the squash leaves. And remember, I had told you the seeds were about 3-4 years old, and I just wanted to plant them to see if they would do something. Well, as you see, they did do something. And since they're still babies, you know how they could get really thick. Since I have to thin these out, I am actually going to remove them. And this is what's going to be called one of my now and laters, where I get to enjoy it now and later. So I am actually going to make squash chips out of these today. I'm going to use my smoky green spices and some olive oil, massage it real good, and I'm going to make some chips. I'm also going to remove a couple of these turmeric leaves today and make some tea. Okay, the freckled lettuce is really not doing much here. This is the spinach. I think it's fairly slow anyway. I'm not sure. The marble of lettuce is not really doing anything. We had a big storm last night, so that's why everything is wet. Okay, these are my cowpeas. Remember, I made my little homemade trellis, and I was looking for some type of peas or something to put in it. Well, I did find some cowpeas in my stash, and that's what's growing here. Back there are my mustard greens, and that word that I can't pronounce, that long word start with a C, so I'm just going to call them the cheese. The cheese are these in the back. They kind of resemble tatsoys to me. See them back there? Yeah, they look a lot like tatsoi. And these are the mustards up front. Now down here are my Morris collards and my Georgia collards. They're just creeping right along. Over here is the celery. This is the other batch of squash. So I'm also going to thin these out today, which means I'm going to have more chips from over this side as well. I came out here yesterday to check the front and back of the leaves, and up here on the cheese up here that I just showed you, they did have one of those little white worms on it. So I thoroughly checked all of them and I sprayed them with some neem. Okay, down here I found out that this was a watermelon, which the thing that I said I didn't know what it was, that's what it was. And there's kale in the back, so I don't know who's going to win this pot, watermelon or the kale, but we'll see. Back there, the Italian onion. I guess the onion, I don't know what's going on down here. I got some skinny things, and then I got the thicker greenery, so I don't know which one of these is supposed to be the Italian greens, and the other one just might be some kind of land thing that's taken over. More collards here. The choy sums and the bok choys are doing very well. The Swiss chard, the new seeds don't look like they're doing anything, but I have still been harvesting off of the old Swiss chard. These are the carrots. They are coming up. I'm trying to make room. Sorry for the noise, but you know I'm limited out here. These are, those are more Georgia collards. This is, what does it say? Oh, that's the round black squash. These right here, kohlrabies, which the cantaloupes have taken over the kohlrabies. And so that was all the fall stuff. Now, getting back to the end of the spring stuff is, if you all recall, I had a problem with not getting strawberries last year. Well, I have a ton of strawberries coming over there in that corner. There's one there. So I've been getting a lot of strawberries lately. And as you see, the cucumber has also wrapped itself around the strawberries. And remember, I had told you all that the cantaloupes, oh yeah, that's cantaloupe, not cucumber. I had told you all that the cantaloupes, I wasn't sure if they were going to come up, even though they had tons of yellow flowers. And if you recall, my weather was so crazy that things that were supposed to come up did not come up. And so then everything starts trying to sprout now that we're headed to fall. So I'm actually getting, that's a cantaloupe. And, you know, there's a cantaloupe. And I think I have another one that's bigger than both of them. But I have a lot of, there's a little bitty one coming right there. And I have some okras I actually need to take off today. So, and as you see, I had to literally, see the little ties? Yesterday when the storm came, all three of these cages was leaning over to the left. And so I had to come out here and tie all three of them together in hopes that they would not take off and go somewhere. And so, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking I might have lost one of these cantaloupes because I can't find the biggest one. So I don't know if it's laying in the bottom or has blown away. But it was one that was bigger than this one right here and right now. And they were not that far from each other, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There it is back there. Okay, so remember we had the problem with the tomatoes. So the tomatoes are starting to come, but they still not really getting any size. They are actually blushing, which you can see right here. I have just started taking the blush ones off. And I don't know if they really didn't get up to a good size because maybe the 5-gallon pot did not give them enough room. I don't know. And so the cucumber over here is still, some of them are starting to die off up in here because they're just so crammed together. So see, some of them is like turning white. So I'm going to try to remove those if I can. If I can't, I won't worry about it. But that's about it. So, oh, I see my green onion or garlic. I don't know what that is. That's the potato plant that I told you was under the table in this big plant. It has potatoes, garlic, and onions in them. So I see some of the onions or garlic, I don't know one from the other, is starting to come up. And I had the sunflowers in there, which I eat them in the morning for breakfast. I make a tofu scramble. And then once the scramble is almost ready, Then I throw in some sunflowers. Well, thank you very much for going on this little condo journey with me. I'll pray for you, you pray for me, and we'll watch God change things. God bless and have a wonderful day.